Good. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We have a few brothers here from GMS Atlanta Church coming with the lesson. But before we get started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakodash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, who lead, teach, and rule well. Love and honor to our fellow occupants of the word, and true faith, sincerity. And Shalom to the sincere listeners who listen and subscribe to the men, doctrine, great millstone. Like I said, there's three brothers, brothers here from GMS Atlanta. I want to go into a lesson through the Spirit, pretty much of the topic of not being paralyzed by analysis. Pretty much no paralysis by analysis, because Yahweh Shah came, to give us life and give us life more abundantly, man. And that includes even now. Like, of course, we as a people, we're continuing to partake in certain curses, man. But at the same time, now that we have the understanding of the Holy Scriptures and the Holy Spirit to comfort us, man, that should give us a certain level of freedom to move and not get bunkered down with overanalyzation.
Yeah.
Okay, we can start with that. And this one here.
All right. This is St. John chapter 8 and verse 31. Then said Yahweh Shai to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
Yeah, so if we continue in this, the Jews or the Israelites, because that's who Yahweh Shai came to save and deliver, is the elect of the nation of Israel. If we continue, if we believe in these words that are given to us, the testimony in the Holy Scriptures, and we live according to these words, and we believe and we live according to them, then we are Yahweh Shai's disciples. You continue.
This is verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yeah, and we shall know the truth, and the truth shall make us free. So, like I said, even though we're still in the land of our captivity, under the rulership of Esau Edom, man. We're still free because we're free. How? We're free through the Spirit, man. We're free through the Spirit, even though we're still locked in these chains of darkness, being the flesh. Our mind, our spirit, should be constantly dwelling on and focused on heavenly things, man, including the kingdom of heaven. You see? You got something?
Yeah. This is since you mentioned about our mind should be constantly meditating on things of the Most High, right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 15. It says, let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High. So, like the brother was saying, we should always be, meditating and focusing on the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and leading back to the topic, there's safety in that. Not overthinking and not overanalyzing. It could paralyze you, like we said. I know, for instance, me myself personally, as an example, when I get hungry, I can't. My decisions are. It's hard for me to make a proper decision. So when that's something I personally have to work on myself. Like even though I'll be hungry, I won't know what to eat because I'm like, man, what should I eat? And I'm it's the same thing with the truth, man. But if we constantly meditating on the scriptures, we're praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we're holding fast to what we was given, then it won't be easier, so to speak, but it'll be a safer route to get through.
Yeah, even like the brother used the example of him being hungry and not knowing what to eat. Well, shit, if you only got so many options, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that goes into, matter of fact, I'm gonna go into this word too, because you only with you only having so many options, just like with us. Really, at the end of the day, you have an option, but that shouldn't be an option going back into the world. Your only option is to stay the course, man. And then as you're going through certain things, that want to hamper your spirit, or cage that inner spiritual animal. You know what I'm saying? certain scriptures, it comes back to that milk, man. All right. Well, when you're brought to a lower state, not moving hastily, whatever's brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Being a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, who has chosen you. You know what I'm saying? And really, and that's a good way, just as a strategy, that's a good way to not overanalyze, man. Is to do what? Instead of deep and digging sometimes it's best to just go back to the foundational things, man, and like just make sure that your foundation is set strong, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna get this word real quick. I'm gonna get paralysis and analysis. So just going into the etymology from Edom Online, the word paralysis, which is a noun. It says from Latin paralysis, from Greek paralysis, but this is the main point. It says from paralion, it says disable, enfeeble. Disable or enfeeble. See, so, paralysis is actually, it disables you, man. Because you're so much into your mind that it locks up your body sometimes.
That's what it does, yep.
So you have to just trust the spirit, man. Because even with that, if you're not moving, and we're constantly in the spirit of moving, man. Even like Elder Apostle the Heart says, the men of Great Millstone. This is a camp of men of action, man. Meaning we're constantly, should be moving and progressing forward. You see, but that paralysis, that's not of the spirit.
Right.
So by you succumbing to that spirit of being paralyzed, you're actually allowing Satan to quench the spirit within you, man.
Yeah.
And it says disable or enfeeble. See, so that paralysis is actually making you weaker, man. Because what? The Holy Spirit is trying to move within you to do certain things, but your own spirit is blocking the Holy Spirit from being able to move. And then this is the word analysis, because the main premise or topic of what we're going into is no paralysis by analysis. So that paralysis, where he broke down, is pretty much disabling or enfeebling you, making you weaker. Okay, so none of that. But this is analysis, which analysis in the proper context, in the proper form, could be a great thing. But overdoing it is a negative thing. That's a false balance. It says analysis from 1580s, resolution of anything complex into simple elements. So resolution or resolve, like we were speaking before the camera went on, that's a level of peace or comfort. Resolution of anything complex, in which this truth, we with us, with Yahweh Shai Shai working with us through the Holy Spirit, like a lot of things that are complex, we understand them in the simplest terms, because the Lord is working with us on that level, and Lord only continues to. You see, but this truth as a whole, this is not a simple thing, man, because even the simple things can be difficult. But that's why we have to trust the Spirit and not overanalyze, and just allow the Spirit to move you as it will, man. Allow yourself to be a chosen vessel of Yahweh Shai. So it says resolution of anything complex into simple elements. See, and that's why the Spirit even had me bring out, like when you get in a certain bind or certain things like that, what's a great thing to do? Go back to the foundational things, man, the foundational scriptures, because that's pretty much Yahweh Shai taking those complex concepts or ideas or ideals and putting them into a simple form or fashion. It's the milk. You got something?
Yeah, I was looking for, it's in the scripture, Ecclesiasticus, about examining the whole matter. We still have to examine the whole matter, but in doing so, don't make it complicated by overthinking. Overthinking it by trying to think of what it is, of what it could be, instead of what it actually is. You're going down a rabbit hole, trying to go deeper into a simple thing, making it more complicated than it should. And what does that lead to? You're leaving room for Satan to creep in, man.
Yep.
Because that's ultimately what it is. it's a spirit. It's a spirit of doubt that's creeping in, and then what it does is it paralyzes you and it hinders you from moving forward or pushing the word.
I got a little bit more on this too. While you're looking for that, going into that word analysis, it says from Greek analysis, solution of a problem by analysis. Okay, literally a breaking up, a loosening, releasing. So even like the brother's going into that doubt, man. Analysis. Any counterproductive spirit that will try to enter your vessel, with the proper analysis, you can free yourself of that spirit. You see, even if it's it might be watching a lesson, it might be reading, it might be fast, it might be eating vegetables, drinking more water. Even the scriptures say some spirits will only leave through fasting, man. It might deserve a fast, you see, or a series of fasts, you see, but the proper level of analysis will actually profit you, okay? Because it says what? It says a solution. A solution is a beneficial thing. It's you actually being able to critically solve a problem or issue. It says a solution of a problem by analysis, literally a breaking up, a loosening, or releasing. You see, so the proper amount of analysis in the proper context will actually help you, because it'll actually loosen you and it'll free you up. Okay. You see, but overanalyzing, like we were speaking about before the camera went on, overanalyzing is counterproductive, because you're actually going against the energy of what analyzation is supposed to do. It's supposed to solve a problem. And overanalyzation actually keeps you in that problem, because you're constantly you become paralyzed. You become paralyzed because you're constantly analyzing instead of actually analyzing and then moving to solve a problem. Now you're analyzing and that's actually becoming a problem.
Yeah, you're creating more problems instead of solving the issue.
You got something? If not, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is John 10. I'm gonna start at 7. This is John 10 and 7. Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. That's one thing too. If you don't jump in at any point, feel free to. That's one thing too about that we have to realize, man, because I peep this in the spirit, man. Sometimes brothers don't feel like they are deserving of this calling, man. You see, but the thing about it is, shit, let's analyze. Thing about it is, if you put your hand to this plow, your best bet through analyzation is to keep your hand on the fucking plow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can sit here and be in a state of doubt, or if you're ready, if you're worthy, or if you're prepared, anything like that. But the thing about it is, your hand's on the fucking plow. Keep fucking plowing. You know what I'm saying?
And also too, since you mentioned the word doubt really goes into a fear. But who do you fear more? Do you fear Yahushua more, and you're gonna continue in the righteous way and pushing the word of the Lord, or you gonna live in the fear of men, what men could think of you, or what your family has to think, or what your job has to say? Man, fuck that. We gonna fear Yahushua. So we're not gonna doubt. We're not gonna doubt, and we're not gonna doubt the scriptures. We're not gonna doubt the brethren. We're not gonna doubt the spirit, man. We're gonna trust in what the Lord gave us. All right. And like we were saying before we cut the camera on, we've been given this book here, these words. We've been given the Holy Spirit. We've been given the understanding from Yahushua, right? But if you start adding other books and adding other things, then you're gonna become weary of the mind, man. And that's the same thing that's at the topic at hand. We're overanalyzing. We've been given just enough, a sufficient amount to get through it. All we gotta do is have faith and believe and do what was commanded. But if we start adding in these other things, these other books, you got a book here and a book here and a book here and a book here, you're gonna you're gonna plague your mind, man. You're gonna paralyze your spirit.
I got something for you.
Go ahead.
It's Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. And further, by these my son, be admonished. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh.
Same exact points that we were making about, basically entangling in your mind, man. And the bishop did a lesson about overthinking. So it's a safe thing. It's safety with following the Spirit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how a lot of men, they end up, which I've seen personally. I've seen I've seen what could happen if you play around with over analyzing or not staying in the Spirit, but you get paralyzed by analyzing too much.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually seen an individual that used to be in the camp. He did that to himself.
Now, if I'm gonna read one more verse,
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 12:3, because this is beautiful too, because it goes into a conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times, you have to get to a point that you actually draw a conclusion, and then you move forward off that conclusion. Sometimes you might not be 100% on the mark, but it's okay, because even if you 80%, 70%, 40%, you're that much clearer in understanding of a certain matter, and you're able to move. You see, instead of trying to understand 100%, because you ain't gonna be too many things you understand 100% like that. So it's like if you can just get to a conclusion and then move forward, you can always come back and reevaluate. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know what you're about to read.
Yeah, this is the next verse. Ecclesiastes 12:13.
Yep.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Mm-hmm.
Fear the Most High and keep His commandments,
Mm-hmm.
for this is the whole duty of man.
Yep. And through that analyzation, this is the answer to your problems.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the whole conclusion of everything that's happening. We've been given the blueprint to everything that's going to happen. We've been given the understanding of the prophecies of what's getting ready to happen, which would be martial law, the famine, the pestilence. These other people, this is what separates us from the rest of the world, is when these things happen, we're not going to be overthinking about what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been given the game plan. I tell you in Isaiah that the servant shall eat,
Mm-hmm.
and you shall be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The servant shall drink, and you shall be thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
The servant shall be in joy, and you shall be in mourning.
Yep. Yeah. See, and it's like, even with that, we can't overanalyze that.
Yeah.
That's what? That's a prophecy, and that's the word of the Heavenly Father. And the Most High is what? Bound by His words.
That's right.
So you can't be in the constant state of fear of, oh, what am I going to do in that day, man? What am I going?
Right.
Look at the men of old, man, the men of renown. When they were in straits and they were serving the Lord, even when they weren't fully serving the Lord, a lot of times Yahweh Shai would still take care of His men, man.
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's about, see, the Most High, he with Him being the Creator, He understands the Spirit. He understands the Spirit and your intentions, man. And He also understands that we in the flesh, meaning what? That we're not going to be perfect. That's why we have Yahweh Shai. You see? But the whole duty, man, I'm not going to read that again.
It's a heavy precept.
Yeah. And that's what? We said that. It come back to the milk. Going back to the milk a lot of times will help you just to get a resolution, okay, and move.
That's it.
Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
Yeah, it didn't say fear man and what they could think of you. It said fear Yahweh Shai and keep His commandments. What is His commandments? Of course, we know we can't keep all the laws, when we do the best of our ability. Lord commanded us to go out to the highways and byways. The Lord said that, push the word, feed His sheep. Even with the order of doing 3 videos a week, what the apostle put out. That's a man of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's a commandment from the Lord. The Spirit jumped on the apostles and said, hey, do this, do that. do this, I believe that's a man of the Lord. So I'm going to follow the instruction that was given because I believe that came from the Holy Spirit. I'm not going to sit there, well, you know, he's just a man in the flesh. He's just a man. You know, what do you think? Man, it's a simple analyzation, man.
Yeah.
The conclusion is, you know, but then that's how men get puffed up and they catch them spirits. And what ends up happening? Satan done crept in through your mind, through your lob. And now you got demons on you. Now you want to do your own thing. You become rebellious. You start thinking wicked thoughts of men. You start doubting the doctrine. You start changing, you know, it's a ripple effect. One little thing happened. Next thing you know, it spreads like a cancer.
Yeah, it can. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and read this last verse too. It's Ecclesiastes 12:14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See, if we doing what we're supposed to do, we should have the expectation of good. Now, are we like boastful about that? And are we, you know, are we? Does that prevent us from working on our own salvation with fear and trembling? No, but we should have enough faith in the Word that we should have a level of comfort with that, man. You know what I'm saying? That, like the brother quoted from Isaiah, with the servants of the Heavenly Father, eating when these people are forsaken and are handed over to a judgment of death, man, and pain and famine. You see, and seeing all type of so-called atrocities happen to their loved ones. You see. We don't expect that, man. You know. Now, if this is the will of the Heavenly Father, then so be it. You know, and Lord willing, we can endure and be found faithful until the very end. But at the same time, we expecting to be saved, man. Not expecting to perish. You see. And that worked, and we came to that conclusion through analysis that. If we serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai with a righteous heart, you know, to the best of our ability, that our judgment will be a good judgment because we put forth good works. That was on that.
I got something real quick. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 16 and verse 12. It says, as his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. And if you've got, you know, wicked thoughts, like the Lord can't hear those, or the messengers or the angels can't hear what you're thinking. You might be thinking the evil thought against the man, you know, or you might be, you know, being rebellious in your mind against the apostles and the elders. You think that's not being recorded? The Lord knows and hears everything, man. He said, man's footsteps are of the Lord's. You think that don't include your thoughts? You know, or you know, like we said, you get caught up in your mind. Next thing you know, you're rebellious. I got another quick one for you. It says, it said, and he judges a man according to his works. So, like the brother just said, if you've got wicked works, man, you're gonna be judged according. So, if you got righteous works, you're gonna be given a righteous judgment. You know, there's no escaping, man. So that's why it's important for us to stay in the spirit, man. You know, stay in the spirit of the Lord, man, and just trust. Have trust, man. Here it is. We going into the time of destruction for America, Babylon the Great. We going into the time of war, man. All right, we're watching this kingdom fall, man. What was it? They just came up past the bill to keep the government going for another, you know, in November. They just had the government shut down at the beginning of the year. You know, we've got 6 hurricanes that are active right now in the oceans. You know, this ain't the time to be doubting and overanalyzing things, man. This is real simple. We've been given, matter of fact.
You got it.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and like we read earlier, man, occupied in what was it I read? Having that holy communication constantly. Okay, but it says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof. I didn't say, we're gonna overanalyze. We're gonna go in doubt. You know, it says, you know, we are to give our mind unto the law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man.
Yep.
Especially going into the times that we know are coming. It's simple. I think I was talking to the brother before we cut the camera on. I forget, it was a quote or it was something. I know Apostle Gabar mentioned it before a while back in one of his videos, but it was like a wise man will take something complicated and make it simple. And this truth is complicated to those that don't know. But it's simple to those that have the understanding and that the Spirit's been given to. But a fool will take something simple and make it complicated.
Yeah, we've seen that, man. Me personally, I've seen a fool take this simple truth and make it so complicated, man. Because they trying to glorify themselves and how so-called intelligent they are versus just the simplicity. What's the conclusion of man?
Yeah. What's the whole conclusion?
Yeah.
It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 1, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, man. Not in your vain opinions and your vain thoughts, which that was the other scripture I was going to bring out. But in what we've been given, the sufficient amount that we've been given. Just stay in. Even in your mind, just if you find yourself, overanalyzing, man, just send up a quick prayer and read something, watch a video, do something, man. It's safety in that, man. Staying in the spirit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, even like you mentioned, we had mentioned earlier, tip to not overanalyze is to go back to the foundational scriptures, the note scriptures.
Yeah.
Also, praying again to the Hebrew too. Even like a quick prayer, Nathan Laya, give to me, the Spirit shall shalom. Give to me the Spirit of peace. Say that 3 or 4 times. And then praise the name. Praise the name, give thanks, close it out.
Oh, and like you said earlier, you mentioned about fasting. Incorporate a fast every now and then.
Oh, because you said that earlier too.
Well,
So, well, you talking about like when you hungry.
Oh yeah.
And you're not sure what to eat. See, that's practice. Cause that's like resistance training. If you go on the fast, even like with the Day of Atonement, you go on the fast, it forces you to be more decisive because it's like, bro, I ain't finna be walking around wasting energy. I'm already hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, even with that, you thinking more about what you got to do versus like how you feel. You see what I'm saying? Like you thinking about, all right, well, if you're not taking off of work, I gotta go to work. I'm working this X amount of hours. I gotta do this. I got, I'm counting. Just keeping an eye on the clock. It's forcing you to just make decisions.
Yeah.
And you already weaker in the flesh, so like that skill or that spirit of making decisions is becoming more and more sharp.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's that practice, man, going into the time of Jacob's trouble. But I'm gonna finish this. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. And we seek out the wisdom of the ancient, man. All right, because we've been given the scriptures. All right, we read about Isaiah and Jeremiah. We read about Noah. We read about Abraham and Lot and what they did. The examples of the apostles of old, even the apostles we have now. We seek out the wisdom of those ancient men. Those are ancient spirits.
Yep.
That those men have. Those men are the men of the old, man. Those men that we watch on YouTube, these are the same men that's in the Old Testament.
Shit, Lord willing, we are too. Shit, Lord willing, man.
Yeah.
So Lord willing, if we are those men today, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has been saving our fucking asses for millennium. When we have the opportunity, when we have access to them, we would, the same people, all right, walking through the Red Sea. Goddamn.
Yeah. That's right.
You see? You got any more?
That was it.
I got a little bit more. Going back to that John 10, I'm going to get 10 and 8. I'm going to start like a 7 in context. John 10 and 7. Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. And that says before me. All right, man, that this is, like Spirit has said, this is not the first time, man, that Yahushua has saved us. Even Yahushua, who was in the great light leading the Moses and the children of Israel. Yahushua was in that chariot, man. It ain't the first time.
Right.
John 10 and 9. I am the door. By me, if any man enter, he shall be saved. See, and this is Yahushua, man. You got to believe in this. And shall go in and out and find pasture, which pasture is pasture is a very peaceful, solemn place, man. Like if you ever see, I see it now. Like when you see like cows and animals, like in the pasture, they are chilling, bro. They ain't worried about nothing. They can see everything they need to see. It's a peaceful environment. You know, it's not no predators around. Ain't nobody. And you know what it is too? It's their own kind. It's opportunity for the goats to be with the goats, the donkeys to be with the donkeys, the chickens to be with the chickens, the cows to be with the cows. Lord willing, if we are the number, well, it's gonna be the elect to be with the elect, man. You see? And this is the point.
Oh, okay, Con, go ahead.
This is you got something?
No, I think it's gonna
Okay.
go next.
This is John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. See? So Yahushua, through the Holy Spirit, because Yahushua is touching his men on a high level through the Holy Spirit. And Yahushua is the one who's orchestrating that. So Yahushua is trying to put certain spirits and talents into us so we can embrace the life of being abundant. Even though we're in captivity, even though we go through hell, we catch hell, we're always looked down upon, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're constantly mistreated. Yahushua is pumping the spirit of an abundant life and spirit into us, man. But it's up to us to take heed to that and to take hold of that and cast the rest of that shit to the side, because that's Satan trying to supplant, trying to take what Yahushua is pushing into his elect, man.
That's right. And also too, which is gonna say the next verse. It says that the Lord said he was coming to bring life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you overanalyzing, you're gonna miss it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go right over your head. You're not gonna get what the Lord is trying to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna overthink it, and overthinking it leads to doubt. You're gonna get caught up in the destruction.
Yeah, and really overthinking it don't seem like it, but overthinking can really be like a hasty spirit too.
God.
You know, it's like a hasty spirit, but in reverse, if that makes sense. Because it's like, think about it. If you're an animal and your owner is calling you, your owner he might see a predator that you don't see. But if you hear that call and you don't move the way you're supposed to move, you caught out there, and there's nothing that the shepherd or the owner can do for you because you didn't listen to his call. Just like the same thing that the brother said. Like Yahushua is calling out, and he's moving through the elect. But if you're not taking heed to that voice, you're gonna miss the call, man. Yeah. And you're gonna be caught out there, because we know it's either you're gonna be saved by Yahushua, or you're gonna be killed by Satan, man.
Yep.
There ain't no middle ground.
Also, too, another example would be, you ever been on the freeway driving, and you're like, all right, what's a little bit of traffic coming up? Should I get off the exit, or should I wait and get off at, or ride it, see how long this traffic's gonna take? You back and forth. Next thing you know, you done went past the exit. Now your ass stuck in traffic.
Yeah. You
could have just got the fuck off and went the side road or something.
And think about it too, if you get off the interstate, you can always get the fuck back on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if you like you said, like if you overanalyze and you get stuck in a predicament, now you gotta deal with the predicament, man.
Yeah.
When if you just would have just Even just making a decision like I'm not. My conclusion is I'm unsure, so I'm gonna go with the more sure thing. I'm gonna get off the exit because I can always get back on. But if I continue and I get stuck, I'm stuck.
You can't get off.
Yeah, man. You said you want the next verse?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is John 10 and 11. I am the good shepherd.
Yeah, those the Lord said they were in the pasture, right? Well, in the pasture, that like the brother said, is it's peaceful, but you have a shepherd, a protector, a guide, and this is what we have here. The Lord gave us this. This is our shepherd right now. Of course, the Holy Spirit, the understanding and the wisdom, but this is the physical shepherd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Lord, the Savior, he was made word. Mm-hmm. He was made the word because
he made the word. That's right.
Yeah. John 10 and 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
Mm-hmm. And that's basically, Yahushua, is our protection and our hedge of protection. The Lord gave his life for his sheep, man. Mm-hmm. Literally.
You know what I say about that? Like even like with the whole, like you said, Yahushua literally gave his life for the sheep, because until Yahushua gave his life to be the sacrifice, that prophecy couldn't become fulfilled, in which the book wouldn't be completely closed. Mm-hmm. But by him giving his life for the shepherd, for the sheep, now we have access to get the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah, and also too, the Lord didn't contemplate in his mind whether he wanted to do it or not. He knew he had to do it. Mm-hmm. When he went up, when he took, when he went up to the garden of
Gethsemane.
Yeah. He of course he asked, he asked the Heavenly Father, if this is your will, and he was, just trying to see if, sure I gotta do this? But the Lord, he knew he had to do it, but he was just checking. Mm-hmm. But after he got his answer, that was it. Mm-hmm. There was no let's go for a fourth time to pray, and a fifth time to see if the Heavenly Father is going to allow me to do this. Mm-hmm. No, after that third time, that was it. Mm-hmm. Was it? I believe it was 3 times he went up, and the disciples were asleep. But after that, that was it. Mm-hmm. But he already knew the prophecy had to be fulfilled. There was no, let's see in these 3 years if I can come up with a way not to go through this. No, the Lord was setting this up because he knew he had to go through it, but he wasn't in his mind over analyzing. So it's the same thing with us in the spirit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because it really, you gotta get to a point. Even like that's what we quoted earlier about being a good soldier for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You gotta get to a point where it's like, man, I don't have no other option. I don't have no other options. Even, let's say that you are actually a man of the Lord or prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Mm-hmm. If you run from your calling, your ass gonna get Jonahhed. You're gonna go through all kind of crooked ways to get right back where you're supposed to be in the first fucking place.
That's right.
And let's say that you, quote unquote, aren't a man of the Lord. You'll get cast out into other darkness and get destroyed, man. And you're gonna get beaten by many stripes because you partook in this gift, man. So your best bet is just to have a mindset, man. I guess I'm in it now, man. And fucking ride out, man.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. I got one more. This is Isaiah 63:7. I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and the praises of the Lord, according to all that the Lord hath bestowed on us, and the great goodness towards the house of Israel, which he hath bestowed on them according to his mercies, according to the multitude of his loving kindness. So if even a part of that, man, it's like, understand the Most High is super, super merciful, man. Like, our walk could be way worse, bro. Like, way worse. It's some brothers, man, when I really think about certain brothers, actually deal with, like, physical infirmities, man. Meaning their bodies catch hell constantly. Like, they literally are in pain for their whole fucking life, pretty much. Like, that was their lot, and the the strength that a man has to have, and with that type of lot, that type of spirit, it's like, man, I can, Lord willing, continue, man. You know, and there's certain, of course, it's not always easy, but the thing about it is, why Yahweh Shai said that his burden is easy and his yoke is light, is because there's no situation that you're put into that you don't have access to get out of, man. You see, that's what makes the burden easy and the yoke light, is that we have all the answers that we need. Just a matter of, can we just use the spirit and the heart that Yahweh Basham Shai has given us as the hopeful elect and move with it, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
Okay, kind. So we're gonna close it out there to the Akim on the comment board at the water for all you brothers dropping precepts on the comment board and edifying the comment board. Shalom to you few sisters who may come across the message. We hope and pray less was edifying. We're going to close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles, our elders of Great Millstone, who gave us this truth and lead, teach, and rule well. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.